Hello everyone, welcome to our first live stream of 2024. We're so excited to be here today.
We're back.
We're back, and best of all, we have a bunch of new features available now on Mac and desktop, so we can't wait to show you everything. Several of them have been very highly requested, so we can't wait to dive in and get started. As always, leave any questions you have for us in the chat, and we'll try to answer as much as we can. If you want us to demo anything, let us know. We'll show you how to use everything possible for Mac and desktop.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, should we start?
Yeah, let's dive in.
Yeah, one more reminder, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat to the right. We'll try and answer them either in the moment or at the end, but we'll keep an eye on those questions. So happy 2024, everybody. We made a lot of progress in 2023. If you've been with us since the beginning of last year, we've just made so much progress with regards to both the iOS app and the desktop app, which we're going to talk about today, both the Mac and the web version. And then, of course, we are actively working on Android, which we hope to have in a beta by the end of this quarter. So we're getting really, really close. And yeah, we're going to dive into desktop. So just a quick refresher on what we offer with regards to your computer. So if you go to captions.ai, you can see our full website, all the different features we offer. Oh, let me just go straight to the main page. So Captions.ai has all the features you want. If you're on iOS, you can scan this barcode. It'll take you to the App Store to download. If you have an Android app, it'll let you enter your email address to be notified of when we launch Android. Across the top, we have different products. So as you can see, we have our iOS app that will take you there. Web will take you to our web app. Mac will let you download the Mac app. And Android, as we said, is coming soon. So if you are on a PC or a Chromebook or Linux, you can use the web app. It works exactly the same as the Mac app, but it's not a download. It's just access via the browser. So we're going to talk about both, but they're essentially the exact same. So if we go to the web app, I've already got it open here. It's desktop.captions.ai. Once you sign in with Google or Apple, we're actually launching login with Microsoft in the next few weeks, so you can sign in with your work Microsoft account. Same goes for iOS as well. You can sign in with your Microsoft account. And that's already live. So you're here in the projects page, and you can see your existing projects. You can see the title, the duration, whether or not it's been dubbed or it's a normal video, the dimensions, the size, frame rate, and then you can delete your projects if you like. So you can open up an existing project or upload a video. You can also drag in. Right now we only support one clip at a time. On iOS you can select multiple clips. That's coming soon to desktop, but for now it's a single clip. So all you need to do is click upload a video, look through your documents, downloads, whatever it is, find your video. We now support up to 10-minute videos, which is double what we offer on iOS, so that's really great. And we're also making a lot of progress on longer length videos as well. So soon you will be able to support longer than 10-minute videos. So first we're just going to open up a existing project that I opened, and we'll watch it for a few seconds here.
Fun fact, one of my very favorite possessions I've ever owned is this table, which was handmade and crafted by none other than Nick Offerman from Parks and Recreation and a million other things. Back when I was on the...
Okay, so we've got Rainn Wilson. If you're a fan of The Office like me, you'll recognize him. And a couple things here in terms of navigation. So at the very top, we have projects and the name of the project that you're in. Everything is saved automatically, so if you were to just make a change and click back on projects, you'll be brought back, but all changes are saved. So you can go back there at any moment. On the left side, we have text. This is basically all of your captions. And you can search through our existing templates. We call these presets. I think we now have 75 in total, which is pretty remarkable, and these are all fully customizable as well. So if you click into a single one, you can obviously see how it looks as it's changing. We'll play.
Fact, one of my very favorite
That's some basic white ones. We'll get some more colorful ones.
possessions I've ever owned is this table.
So you can see that these captions are movable. This is a little bit outside the bounds. So you can also easily resize your captions, which will adjust the size. You can change the location. And I think you can hover over here and even rotate them if you like. So really, really easy to change your captions. If you want to make even more changes, you can click on this little edit preset button and you can make all the changes you like. You can change the color of the captions. You can decide if you want to have emphasis on or off. You can change the active word to be enabled or disabled, and you can change the active word color as well. You can even use the dropper to choose colors from your video, which is really handy. The second section is styles. So we have a full selection of fonts here. Later this month, we're adding custom fonts, so you can actually import your font. We know that's a number one feature. So we have quite a few here, and soon you'll be able to add your own font. You can align it to the left, center, or to the right. You can change the number of words per line from either punctuation or pause, time, single word, and that will adjust when you click play.
It was handmade and crafted by none other than Nick Offerman.
So this is just a single word at a time being displayed, as opposed to, let's say, timing.
From Parks and Recreation and a million other things. Back when I was on The Office.
So this shows you the captions in real time as the captions are being shown and the word is being spoken. You can also change the lines per page, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8. You can auto-fit your captions, which will mean that when this is enabled, it will fit within the box equally. You can hide punctuation, like periods or commas. And then you can decide on different things like transition. So if you want to transition from one caption to another, let's take a look.
We used to be old actor friends kind of going up against each other for kind of character roles. We hired him to build this table, and he's a master woodworker and craftsman.
So you can see some slight changes as you change the caption transition. You can also randomize the rotation, so as words are being spoken, it just goes on a bit of a tilt.
To build this table, and he's a master.
Nice for engagement. And then you can change the target of the word, either the page, line, or the word. So lots of really great features. Pretty much everything that you get in the iOS app you can see here as well, but it's also really easy to customize. So if I now like what I've changed and I want to reuse this in the future, I'm going to click Save. It showed up right here immediately. I get a nice preview, and I can even rename it. I'll call this one Rain in honor of Rainn Wilson.
Nice.
And then if you like, you can delete other ones that you've already created, but full control over the templates you see here. So you can reuse those templates over and over again. Okay, so I covered all the templates, all of the presets, and the custom. The next thing over here would be eye contact, which we just added, I believe, on Monday. So if you're used to eye contact on iOS, basically when the person is looking at the screen, if their eyes are a little bit off to the side or a little bit above, we'll actually direct the eyes to look forward on the screen. This video isn't a great candidate for that because obviously he's looking all over the place. The video is a little bit far away, but if you had a video of like a standard talking head video, you'd be able to ensure that those eyes are always facing forward. And I think I have another example in another project that I can show you. So now we've got the video player in the middle, we've got the timestamp over here, we've got play and pause, and if you notice, if you hover over on some actions, we do have keyboard shortcuts, so I'm going to tap the spacebar,
kind of character.
Tap it again, so we've got some great shortcuts as well. You can skip back 10 seconds, forward 10 seconds, and then on this next level, we have words, phrases, and then we have all these other options here. So I'll start from the left to the right. So words, you're just looking at the word timeline. You can literally see every single word. You can use the left arrow to toggle between words. I think you can use tab and shift tab to also do that as well. And if you just want to change the spelling, let's see if we can find any errors, any spelling errors. Did a pretty good job. Okay, let's say we want to capitalize the office. You can just simply type office, and that word is now capitalized. Although we are on a template that has all caps, so this makes a little bit more sense. Cool. Oh, let's update that.
This one you might have to go into settings to turn off so it respects your capitalization.
That's a good point. Yep, okay, let's try and find another one. We'll go to presets. And we'll check that one. Thanks, Mara, for the assist. Yeah, some templates have the punctuation off, so if anything doesn't look right, you can just go in and make those customizations. Cool, so now that's Office. So you can scroll like this, you can scroll like this, you can even see the timestamp at the bottom, and a little faint over here, you can actually see the audio wave file, which is really helpful to find out if there's a pause in someone speaking, you can easily see that and make changes there. So from left to right, above here, we have add word, so this is brand new as well. So let's say I wanted to add the word very again. So I would add a word, very, and now we've added a word, really simply. So fun fact, one of my very, very favorite possessions, let's say he said that really quickly and we didn't pick up on it properly, you can easily add those words in between. And then if you want to get rid of it, you can also select the word, delete the word, and it's gone. So this was a top-rated feature, and we launched this, I believe, last week. So that's how you can add and delete words. You can also see there's a green bar at the top here, which signifies that you either have emphasize or supersize enabled. And once it's off, that no longer is showing at the top, and you can easily add that as well. So a question that comes up is, now that there's all this real estate on your computer, can you do bulk changes? And so in a couple of weeks, we're launching the ability to select a word. You can either hold Shift or Command, and if I hold Shift, favorite to table, that would highlight all the words in between, and you'd be able to emphasize or delete or underline, things like that. And you can also use the Command key. So that is coming, I believe, in 2 to 3 weeks. I hope,
highly requested.
I hope our head of desktop is
and
okay sharing that.
And you can remove spotlight and emphasize too.
Exactly.
So if you multi-select, you can add or remove to a bulk number of words.
Exactly. So that's coming very, very soon. Okay, so we have emphasize, supersize, and line break. So if you're unhappy with the line break or want to override it, you can actually change the line break to be for each individual word. You can do a page break, and that will adjust how the word displays on the line. Again, it'll only make changes if you're in a template that respects those different line changes. Cool. Okay, and then we already talked about delete. So if you notice here, we have words and phrases, and this is really helpful because at the moment you can't drag individual words, although granted, he's speaking very quickly here, but if there are pauses in between words, you'll notice there are pauses between the words on the timeline. He's kind of talking continuously here, but let's say I wanted to move this craftsman word a little bit later. Right now you can do it from a phrase perspective, and soon you'll be able to do it from words as well. So if I wanted to drag that over just that way, it'll be a little bit off at the moment because obviously I adjusted it, but let's listen here.
Roles. We hired him to build the...
Exactly. So our AI got it right the first time. We'll add it right there. And
roles. We hired him to build this table.
I guess we can extend it a little bit. That would actually make more sense.
We hired him to build...
Yep, it's as easy as...
We hired...
And there we go. So you can make adjustments as necessary, and you can even use this waveform to help you, right? I can see that he's speaking right here, but quiet over here, and so that's really helpful.
We hired him to
there
build...
we go. So it's really easy to adjust phrases, and then we also have the ability to hide all captions. So if you did want to export this project without any captions at all, simply select hide all captions, and then when you export, no captions will be burned into the video image. So pretty simple there. Okay, I'm going to show export quickly, and then I'm going to move to a new project to show you about dubbing. But some very easy ways to export. You can adjust the frames per second, you can adjust your bit rate, and then you can simply export your project. So really simple to make that export. So I'll move over to the Mac app and show you what it's like when you're doing dubbing. Actually, I'll use this Rainn Wilson one because I dubbed him into German, and it sounds
it sounds just like him.
It sounds just like him. So let's have a listen. So right before we started this live stream, I did the dubbing from English to German. It's the exact same video. Let's see how he sounds in German.
Interessante Tatsache, ein absolutes Lieblingsstück von mir ist dieser Tisch, handgemacht von Nick Offerman aus Parks and Recreation und vielen anderen Sachen. Als ich bei The Office war und
I don't know if we have any German speakers in our live stream, but if you do, please let us know how his accent is. But I was, sometimes you get these famous people and you translate them to, like, you know, The Rock sounded really good in German. We translated Messi from Spanish to English because everyone knows he doesn't speak English or doesn't speak very often. Sometimes you get someone that sounds perfect, and to me, I think this is the best example of our voice clone and dubbing feature, so pretty fun. So that's the dubbing. If you, same goes for regular videos. If you have dubbing, you can also adjust the location and the timing from this perspective. So I think that's the only difference between regular videos and dubbing, but basically it's all the same features that you would see here. Cool. I think I covered everything. I might talk a little bit more about what's to come, but I also want to share that we added improvement to our profile page, which lets you manage your subscription. So if you click on your profile picture on the top right, you can see your subscription, your name, how you're signed in, what subscription you're on, whether it's Pro or Max, and then you can actually manage your subscription. You can cancel, you can renew, you can change from weekly to monthly, monthly to yearly, and you can make changes that way as well. And then we're making lots of updates to our Help Center. In fact, we're going to launch a new and improved Help Center next week. Right now, over the last 2 months, we've spent a lot of time on a brand new platform, so I'm really excited to show that. Maybe next week's live stream we can talk more about it. But over here, it's just a quick link to our Help Center. You can submit a feature request, and pretty soon, I think in another 2 weeks, you'll be able to chat with us directly. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this really on the live chat, but I also run our customer support, and we now offer 24/7 support. So we've got team members across the globe, and we now offer 24/7 support. So if you send us a message, we should reply to you within probably 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can always ask us questions or advice on how to do things. Or if you run into an issue, we can help troubleshoot or escalate those as well.
Nice.
Cool. All right, I think I can talk a little bit about what's to come. Well, actually, let's first do some questions.
Yeah, we have a busy chat today.
Okay.
Let's see what we have here.
You want to read them out for us?
Yeah, let's start. Okay. So one question, I think we already covered this, is how to download for PC. So just a reminder, we don't specifically have a PC app, but we do have the browser desktop app, which is what Eli was using to demo everything today. Eli is showing you just go to our website, you click products, web, and it takes you to the browser link, which you can access from any computer, any platform, anywhere.
and I think Jay Daniak just asked the same question. Behind the scenes, the Mac app and the web app are almost identical, so I don't think there'll be any performance issues. We are considering making an actual Windows download, but for now, the web version is just as good as the Mac app. And one of the benefits is you never need to download anything. Anytime you open the app or refresh, you're always on the latest version. And so we really like that concept. And so if you notice any issues, you're a PC user, let us know. But we feel really confident the web app is going to do the trick for you.
We also have a question about Android. I think Eli hinted it is coming soon.
Yes.
We're very excited. We have a team working on it as we speak. We're hoping sometime early this year, probably within the next few months.
Yeah, we will definitely do a beta. We will definitely invite everyone on our Discord to test it out first.
Yes.
I will say there are some copycats out there. So if you do search for Captions on the Play Store, and they are even using our trademark, our logo, it's pretty close. So a few customers have reached out telling us that they felt they wanted a refund, and we said, we don't offer an Android app yet, so just be careful. If you see a Captions app on the Play Store, it is not us. We will notify you when we launch. We're asking Google to take it down, but in the meantime, don't give them any money. I mean, use them if you like, but I think they're basically trying to copy us.
Yeah. Another great question from Jay Daniak. Is there a way to customize text styles, such as add a darker shadow or a stroke outline to the text?
Good question. I don't think we added stroke yet on... Oh, I have another video here. This is the Mac app, by the way. So as you notice, it looks identical, literally identical. It just doesn't have the browser Omnibox above it. In terms of shadow, I actually did miss something. So if you click right on the timeline, you can actually split and delete projects or clips. So we do offer split and delete at the moment. That's the one thing I forgot to mention. So you can make as many splits as you want, which means that makes way for transitions. We'll let you add new clips soon, all that good stuff. But back to your question, I don't think we offer the same level of detail like with the stroke and the outline yet, But pretty soon we will have all the same things we have on iOS. But good question, it's coming soon.
And then a question that you kind of just answered in the chat, how can we remove silences or pauses? So there
Yes.
isn't AI trim yet, which is in the iOS app, which will automatically do it for you, but you can split and delete sections.
Exactly. So let's listen to this video. Silence, silence. Okay, so we can cut that entire part out. We just click on the timeline, split, and delete. And now, there we go.
That easy.
Yeah, so it's not automatic, but as Mara mentioned, AI trim is coming soon, and another feature coming soon is the denoise enhance.
Yes.
So that's the remove background, isolate the audio of the person speaking, and separate that out so you can boost the audio speaker and remove the background noise.
Yeah.
And we've demoed that on previous live streams. We went out on the streets of New York and walked the streets, and
It's crazy. It works so well.
Yeah, it makes you realize just how loud the city is, but it works really great.
But yeah, essentially anything on iOS will be on desktop and Mac eventually, including AI denoise and AI trim. Another question is, let's see. Okay, Eli also kind of covered this. Someone's wondering they like the AI eye contact feature, but they don't necessarily want captions. They just want the AI eye contact
Oh yeah,
feature.
perfect. Yep, click on phrases and hide all captions and they're gone. Yeah, in this one I think I did apply eye contact. Let's see if it works. He's mostly looking directly at the screen in this one, but there are a few moments where he looks down. And usually this takes a couple minutes to apply, but we'll see how long it takes.
Let's see. We have a question. Actually, we'll see
Yeah.
this works first.
So I'm not sure if there's a major difference, but we did apply eye contact on this video, and so you can see he is looking directly at the screen, although in this video he was mostly looking directly at camera, but it's pretty quick to add the eye contact.
We have a really great question here. What's the difference between the LipDub app and the Captions app?
Oh, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, we do have a standalone app on the App Store. I'll try and pull it up quickly. lipdub.app. Yep, so you can scan this QR code. It'll take you to our to the App Store. I think I have a link to it right here. So this is really just like a fun free app that is just LipDub. It's 1-minute videos only. There's a watermark. There's no subscription. It's really just like a fun way to test out how LipDub works. So if you want to download it, absolutely. We haven't really been making any changes to it, but this has helped inform how we make changes within the Captions app. And it's kind of just a playground for testing out all the LipDub features. But the fun one about this is you can translate your voice into, I think, 28 or 29 languages. And then we also have some fun ones like Gen Z and Texan and Baby and like kind of funny ones that change your voice that maintains it in English or your original language, but kind of alters it a little bit to be fun.
Like vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
The Gen
fun.
Z one is fun.
Yeah, you should play around with it.
But yes, we're not really maintaining this one. I'm not sure what the future of it holds, but for now, it's available on the App Store.
Yeah, and if you haven't downloaded it yet, try it out. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have here. Is there any chance that you would implement the ability to adjust the length of the AI dubbed speech and the tone of AI dubbed voices on the iOS app?
Yeah, good question. So for some languages, some languages have two parts. I guess part one is formality. So in certain languages, obviously, you would use, like in Spanish, tu versus usted, depending on who you're talking to. If you're speaking to an elder. In Japanese and German, it's really common to have formality. So the answer is yes. We haven't implemented it yet. It went on the back burner a little bit for some other features. But yes, I think you can expect that this year. I can't give you a timeline, but being able to control the formality or informality, as well as the gender of the conjugation. So if you say like, I am a teacher, yo soy profesor. But if Mara were to say it, she'd say, yo soy profesora. So it's really just changing the spelling and the pronunciation based on the conjugation gender. It's a little hard to explain, but the answer is yes, we can do that, and we have done a little bit of work to get it. I just don't know when it's going to launch.
Good question. Another one, is there a setting where we can set the text size by value instead of dragging the text box? That is
We get this question a
highly
lot.
requested.
If you can write in a little bit more on the reason, because I don't know as much about fonts as maybe I should, but I know if you use like 12 font size, that's a common size for, you know, printing letters or something, is basically what I'd like to know is eyeing it not enough? And in what case would you need the exact size? Or actually, does this number of the size not matter, but rather you want to maintain the same size font between projects? In that case, the more that we work on templates, you will be able to set a particular size of your captions. So if you can add more information in the chat, that would be great. Basically, is it A or B? Is it you need the exact 12 size font, or is it you just need the same font for consistency? Okay, yep, you said it there, exactly. Okay, that's really good feedback. We'll pass it along to the product team. I think that makes a lot of sense. At first I was confused. I'm like, why do you need exactly 14 font or exactly 18 font?
Yeah.
But it does make sense that between videos you want the same size. As we build out templates more, I would imagine having a standardized size is what you would need, and it would just be built into the template, and that would be the best solution, I think. But great question.
Another really great question, is the Android app going to start off with limited features similar to desktop and Mac when they were released? Great question.
I think that's a safe bet. I mean, if we think back to the first version of Captions on the App Store, let's go back all the way to July 2022. I mean, the features that were available then were way more basic than even the first version of the desktop app we had. So, I mean, we talked about this if you've been with us a while. You know, we launched the desktop app and then it was very limited. Some people were happy that we launched it. Some people were upset that it didn't have as many features. I guess all I can say to answer your question is we're moving as quickly as we possibly can. We obviously want to offer this up to everyone who doesn't have an iOS or doesn't want to edit on desktop. So it hasn't been finalized, but I would imagine we'd follow the same script where it's an iterative process. We build the framework, you will build import, we'll add captions, and as time goes on, we'll add eye contact, denoise, split, clip, custom fonts, all that good stuff. But there will be a period that it'll be in beta and will of course be free. So I hope that answers your question.
Nice. One last question, is it possible to make the dubbing go along with your speech pattern? I think we kind of chatted about that a little bit.
Yes, you can adjust the timing, but lip dub, I guess, is really the answer for all that, and we're still improving that model. It's actually, lip dub is actually rolled out to less than 5% of our customers on iOS, so if you do want access, you can just send us a message on in the app and we can turn it on for you. But we're really experimenting with how that works, and I think the answer is if we can better match the new language, it's a challenge, right? I mean, if I say like, hello, my name is Eli, that's 2.3 seconds. But if I say, hello, my name is Eli in Japanese, that might be 3.2 seconds.
Yeah.
So the difference between how long it takes to speak, we have options. Do we group it by phrases and the person starts speaking and we start, we add that, I guess, the speaking, or do we actually trim the video a little bit based on whether the translation is shorter or longer? Or do we speed up the speech and then it changes the tone? So it's a pretty complicated thing to solve, but the answer, at least to your question, is we're working on the solution so that it's as fluid as possible so that it either matches the lips or is as close to it as possible. So I know that's a big, I'm just looking out our window here to the to the back end and data science team. But yeah, they're working on all these things actively.
Awesome. And I think a great way to close, there are a few feature requests in the chat. So I feel like we can cover again how to submit a feature request or vote on a current one.
Yep. So if you go to captions.canny.io, you can go to feature requests and view all these other ones. I saw someone mention they wanted Bengali. We already have that suggested. So please go ahead and upvote that. And if you've been with us a while, you'll notice we've absolutely read through all of these, and we can do top to bottom. And so obviously these are the features that we want to be working on because these are the requested features. So we will be adding as much as we can.
Awesome. Well, I think that's a good place to close for today. If we didn't get to all of your questions, you can always reach us on Discord. You can reach us through our app support. You can email us at hello@captions.ai. We'll also be here next week for another live stream. If you have anything you'd like us to cover in the next live stream, please let us know. We're always happy to show you whatever you want to see, cover any features, any tools that you want a little extra support or hints on.
Yeah.
And otherwise, thank you so much for joining. It was fun, our first live stream of 2024. We'll see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.